Alright, here we go with Hell in a Cell 2014 review. First, I'd like to apologise for why there hasn't been many since July. So I had a few things on, some stuff to get through. Let's dive right into Hell in a Cell. I'm not sure how great this is going to be, but nah. You have to work with what you got. Right, so the opening match was Cesaro versus Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. And straight off, why was this 2 out of 3 falls? I mean, they went and had 2 average matches which Ziggler won both. Why not just have one good match which we know they can do? Ziggler retains, and that's that. Moving on to Nikki versus Brie, with the stipulation of the loser has to be the other one's slave. Now, to give us some credit here, this match was better than it deserved to be. I mean, I went into this match thinking this is just going to be an absolute bore fest. It's going to be bad. And it kind of surprised me. Which is like, not hard to do. Well, when it comes to WWE, it is hard to do. Right. Then it moved into a tag team title match, which we've seen about 50 times now. How many times do we have to see the Usos versus Stardust and Goldust? How many times? I mean, there's no story, it's just match after match after match after match. If it's not a normal tag team match, then it's 6-man. Where's the story, guys? Come on, there used to be a tag team division. Right, and now to our first main event, which was Cena versus Orton. And this match was way below what they'd normally do. Now I know I'm going to get a little. Now I know there's definitely going to be a bit of flack here, but Orton and Cena normally deliver a semi-decent match. Well, somewhere between average and good. This was just below average. I mean, they didn't really use the Hell in a Cell concept. They were like, pretty much like they were just playing it safe. I mean, come on, guys. Oh, I have missed out something from the start of the show where the commentators were making fun out of the people that had paid $54.99, was it? Dollars for the pay-per-view when you could get it for $9.99. Like, yeah, I don't get it. You don't really want to be making fun of the customers that you want to pay out their money, but you know what? You can get something for like $45 cheaper, and you get a lot more than just one show for it. These people deserve to be made fun of, just out of the sheer stupidity. Then moving on from Cena versus Orton, we got into Sheamus versus Miz for the US title. This was one of the about 3 matches that I was actually interested in going into this, and it didn't disappoint. The match was good. There's some good chemistry between Sheamus and Miz. Sandow as always was. Well, Sandow was a hoot, as always, and I actually loved after the match was finished when Sheamus was lifting up Miz's hand. Sandow's just doing this. Just copying. That actually entertained me. Then we moved on into Rusev versus Big Show. The match was okay, I guess. Maybe. Then you had Mark Henry come down, get kicked. Rusev put Big Show in submission for the win. Then we moved on to the Divas title between not CM Punk and not the Anti-Diva. I mean, Paige was meant to be the change in the Divas division, but really she's just become, well, like a diva. It's like, you've got something different here, and you're just making it the same. Anyway, it's a decent match, which you would expect from these two, and AJ goes over with a submission hold. Now we move on into the main event, which I'm going to be honest, I only watched about the first 4 minutes of. So it seems like the creative team went onto the WWE network, went to watch King of the Ring 98, and that match was fucking bad. Okay? So you know how desperate you are when you're ripping off bad shit. Okay, you have Ambrose go up to the top of the cell. Rollins sends Mercury and Noble up, or fucking cruiserweight division, and they start to get a bit of a foothold over Ambrose. Rollins starts to climb up, and then it's like, what are we doing? Then Rollins and Ambrose end up fighting up halfway down the cell, and take a weak ass table bump, which they oversell. I think we've seen these two take worse shit than this. They're getting stretched out after a 10-foot fall through a couple of announce tables. The fuck? And at that point of the match, I just tuned out. I didn't even fucking watch it. Okay, I read the results just to see who won after I'd started watching, but I just tuned out because it's just fucking stupid. And then the finish, you have Bray Wyatt for some unknown fuck reason come out speaking in fucking tongues and interfere, laying out Ambrose so Rollins can get the win. And yeah, this probably means that Wyatt's going to get a bit of a push. Yeah, Bray Wyatt, who hasn't been relevant since January when he beat Daniel Bryan. I mean, everyone thinking, oh, this could be a big thing for Bray Wyatt. See John Cena, see Chris Jericho. They screwed the pooch twice. You really think they're going to get it right the third fucking time? I think this is just going to fucking hurt Ambrose. Anyway, it just seems like they went back to the WWE network for the finish and watched. I think it was Bad Blood 97. And Kane debuted. I mean, fuck you now, guys, come on. And seriously, coming from this pay-per-view, do we really want to see Brock Lesnar versus John Cena again? I mean, being serious here, I know that Orton versus Cena might not be a big money match, but I could at least believe Orton has a fucking chance. Just based on Orton will do what it takes to win. Orton will do absolutely anything to try and get the win. Cena's shown time and time again that he's just a good little boy. I mean, go back to the Raw before this, when you had Heyman up for the AA, and Cena just put him down. Then Orton laid them both fucking out. And we know the general rule when it comes to touching Paul Heyman. You touch Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar normally turns up and kicks your ass. But why? Cena put Heyman down. Orton laid him out. I mean, let's just forget. Let's just take all the Super Cena stuff away. Okay, let's just say Cena's just booked normally like everybody else. Would you really believe that Cena has a chance to win? No. I believe Orton would. Because Orton will do something to try and win. Anyway, from all in all, this show wasn't that bad. Besides the main event. Well, besides the start of the main event. But really, where do we go from here? Where do we go with Rollins? And what, send him at Cena, like you suggested the next night? Do you really want Seth Rollins going after John Cena? And to help you answer that question to yourself, see Ryback, see Bray Wyatt, see Dolph Ziggler, see Zack Ryder. We didn't even go up against Cena. I mean, Rollins has got a far better chance going up against Orton. At least he might get over. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Hell in a Cell 2014, and I will be reviewing last night's Raw and last week's Raw as a double package in my next review, which will be up shortly after this one. I'll also put a link to the Facebook page in the description, and I'll see you next time.